How much can you earn with fractional real estate? Real investor cases, my portfolio, what strategies are there? Is it possible to work with real estate as in shares in the same way with a compound interest rate? Find out more in our video today.
$7 million and two different strategies what we are using to invest in the real estate. Today I will share with you the success cases of our investors who invest with us in the real estate, and I will give you an example of the two most common investment strategies that most of the people are using for the real estate investments. And let's begin right now from the most easier and the most practical strategy that every investor knows. First strategy is investing in the rental properties to start generating the passive income from the rent. But here is the tricky question. Here is two unique opportunities and possibilities always when you're investing in the real estate on that stage. First of all, you can buy the real estate that is already constructed, built and ready to rent. And the second opportunity where you are investing in the construction stage, and after the construction completion, you will be able to generate the passive income. And we need to make a proper calculations to understand how much property can generate and what is our yield will be. We need to also understand for how long we need to stay with the asset and not sell it to get to the return point, and what approach for the rental passive yield is more appropriate. If you're curious about calculations and how to use the calculations for the investments in real estate, just left comment below, subscribe our channel, and I will share with you in the future videos that how we making the calculations and how you can calculate by yourself what is the strategy in rental yield is most affordable for you. I am personally choosing the strategy that helped me to diversify my portfolio, because if you invest in everything in one basket, it will be really hard for you in the future to make those assets liquid. And I am investing 30% of the money, my own money, in the rental properties that are already constructed, and the 70% of the money in the properties that are on the construction stage. And the other strategy is almost everyone already heard about that. This is the real estate flipping. And how it works? That's pretty easy. You're investing in the project for renovation or into the property that are on the construction stage. And after the completion of the property market price is automatically growing, because right now there is no risk, and other people who don't want to take that risk on themselves would like to buy those properties from you with a higher market price. And that's where the second opportunity right now appeared. And if you would like to ask me which strategy I choose, I will offer to you not choose at all, because the smart investors diversify their portfolios and they making the proper investments in a different class of the assets. And as I already mentioned, my own experience and my own approach, 30% in the constructed and ready for rent properties and 70% for the construction properties. And why I'm choosing like that? There is a pretty simple mechanism that I am using. I am right now 33 years old, so 33% of my capital I am investing in the assets with this less risk, and another 70% of my own money I invest in the assets with a bigger risk and bigger potential returns. Of course, the second strategy that I already mentioned has a different approaches, right? And what I see right now from our real estate investors community, that is most of the people choosing almost the same strategy, because even after the property is constructed and starting generating the rent, 80% of the people stay with that property and don't sell it because they getting the potential bigger returns from their investments, and just 20% of the people decide to make a flip. And of course those people start investing more later in the other properties, but this is just a different approach, and what way to choose is just your choice. Left your comments below if you're curious about how to calculate properly your investment portfolio, or how to calculate properly returns from your construction investments, and how long you should stay into the rental to return those construction period money. And in my next videos I will share with you my own experience and how we making those deals. So let's stay in touch, and if you're curious about any other topics, also left comment below and subscribe our channel. We will review them in the next videos. Have a nice day.